Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we'll be talking about the film Glass Onion, a Knives Out mystery. Fun fact, this is the final role for legendary actress Angela Lansbury, as well as Broadway legend Stephen Sondheim. This film came out in 2022 and stars Daniel Craig, Janelle Monet, and Edward Norton, and was directed by Rian Johnson. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. Glass Onion tells of how a group of old friends are reunited on an island of tech billionaire Miles Braun. Benoit Blanc somehow gets an invitation and everything is going smoothly until people start ending up dead. Blanc must figure out who the killer is while also learning that this friend group really isn't as friendly as they may seem. Glass Onion is a murder mystery with some dark comedy. It has similar vibes to Clue, Knives Out, or Only Murders in the Building. Glass Onion is a sequel to Knives Out, which I thought was such a lovely movie, and I was wondering if this movie would create something new and entertaining, and I am happy to say that it did. The story itself is really like an onion with so many layers, which left me constantly on my toes. Daniel Craig returns as Benoit Blanc, which was lovely to see, and he is joined by an ensemble cast again, just like he was in the first film. In the first film, we see him hired to solve a murder, but in this film, we really don't know why he's there because he's not hired to solve a case, but as the film goes on, we learn why this detective would be crashing this party. The cast of this film was amazing. Kate Hudson was great in this film as like this washed up model, and Jessica Henwick was funny as her assistant, even though I wish that Jessica had a bigger role, but she did great in the role that she had in this movie. It was random to see her be friends with Catherine Hahn, who played this governor, who behind the scenes seemed like she had so much going on, but in front of the cameras was this put together woman who really relies on Miles to keep her afloat. It was interesting how these characters seemed like they would never be connected to each other, but they were because of Miles. There were a lot of random cameos that I generally was not expecting, but this made the film more of a blast. Like, I was expecting for the story to be crazy, but every once in a while someone would pop up and you would be sitting there like, hey, is that Ethan Hawke? And then you would just carry on with the movie. It was a good tactic, I think, to cut the tension a bit. The island that the movie was set on was cool, and for a moment I was like, oh, I would like to live here. But then I realized once they had a medical emergency that I was like, maybe not, because it seems a little bit dangerous not having any medical personnel anywhere near in case there's an emergency. I love how with this location though, we got all these characters in a secluded area away from press and the public eye, and we really got to see their true colors come out. A glass onion is something that is multi-layered and transparent. After watching this film, I thought about that and how Miles is the obvious killer, but I overlooked him because it seemed way too obvious, only for us to find out in the end that it is him that is the killer and causing all of these problems. It's interesting to learn about his motives as we are peeling back this onion and how all of his friends play a part. I love trying to figure out who killed these two people and attempted to kill a third. As the movie was going on, I was realizing that even though I had guesses, I didn't have the information to really know who the killer was. It was interesting to put on a detective hat and try to piece these clues together. I think my favorite part of this movie is when we learn why Blanc is there, and we realize that Andy is dead and her twin sister is who is on this island with these people. Up until this moment, I thought the film was going to focus on the murder of Duke, but with this scene, we come to find out that the whole plot is to catch the real murderer of the real Andy by going undercover before Andy's murder becomes public. It was interesting to see them infiltrate this group of people and slowly lure out the killer and try to make sure it doesn't happen again. Glass Onion, a Knives Out mystery, is a fun murder mystery that will keep you on the edge of your seat while also have you laughing. It has a great cast and does a great job in following in its amazing predecessor's footsteps. If you haven't seen Glass Onion, then I suggest that you watch it. Thank you for watching my video. I would love to hear your thoughts down below in the comments. If you have not subscribed, please do so you can keep up to date with more of my videos. But besides that, everyone stay safe, have fun, and goodbye.